videotape the tour. Okay, welcome. Get me here.
Fancy guitar.
Welcome to the Fancy Guitar Company. This is the tour. We do these on Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Unfortunately, the workers aren't here today. We're giving them a couple hours off because it's Easter. So come on down. Watch out, everybody. Watch your step. It's kind of hazardous down here. Don't turn it off, Allie. Just leave it going. Welcome.
I'm so excited.
We have state-of-the-art facilities here at the Fancy Guitar Company.
How come we do that?
Great tour. The full pack box. Paul says that it informs the guitar making.
It informs, like, what, the aroma?
Yeah, I guess. He's very excited, Alex.
Nowadays. Okay. So yeah, we're still coming out. Geez, I need a bigger factory. So over here is we start with we have to smoke these cigar boxes. Every one of these boxes, before we can even begin, we smoke the cigars, and then we pile the boxes up over here. And you can see here, this was one that we recently smoked. We put them in this vise here to hold the box while we're smoking the cigars. Then that's the cigar. Okay, many of our cigars are made from these boxes right here. These aren't actually cigar boxes. These come from Michael's, but we paint them to look like cigar boxes. So you can see there's many different designs and colors you can get them in. You can get a Helix cigar if you prefer. You could get the Coronado La Flor. That's a very good guitar box.
The deluxe guitar box.
Then we get some wood from Lowe's.
Lowe's.
This is maple. It's actually called a 1x2. In reality, for you non-technical people, it's actually 3/4 by 1.5. I can't figure that one out. And we take the maple, and we take 2 pieces of maple, and we stick them together in a vise, so it makes a paddle like that.
Do you use a biscuit?
No biscuits involved in this.
Okay.
Sometimes we eat cookies. And then we shape the guitar, and you can see here we're drilling, we're drilling the holes. But usually before we get to the drills, we take the paddle here.
You noted my way, Heather, so don't worry
and we
about
cut
it. You noted my
the
way
shape
at all.
of the fancy guitar headstock out of this piece of wood here, and we also cut it this way so it's narrower, so that the strings have a little bit of, they call that a break angle when it goes backwards. So these are necks in progress. And we also, we move along here to our assembly line. We start to cut the boxes for the necks to fit in. And we have this piece of wood that goes in the back that's going to glue into that, and it's all going to glue together. You can see the guitar taking shape already. And we have local artisans. We bring in artisans to paint on the covers. This one right here is painted by a local artist named Hallie Tedeschi. So sometimes we have artwork that becomes part of your instrument. You can have this custom made. So we have this made. So this, you can see, this is starting to come together. Then what happens is we put holes in the box, and sometimes we put fancy rivets into the box. Sometimes they're a little bit bigger. So you can have your choice of rivet sizes and holes, and wherever you want these rivets to be, you can put them there. And then we move along, we put, okay, over here is this is where the magic happens. This is the wood burning area. Ooh. This is where the fancy guitar branding that we all know, over here. We take this wood burner, right now we have the letter F, and we burn fancy guitar. For fancy onto the neck, and we burn little markers so you know where you are. But before that happens,
That is way cool.
we need to,
Sorry.
so we cut the necks, then we need to shape the necks, and then we have to put fret wire into the necks. So you can see here, I've made this one. Yeah, this is actually this is actually some Chinese people we had in here. They're very good with necks. They made this neck. My necks looked a little cruder. Yes.
Asians?
Chinese people. Over here we have, okay, here's one of the completed, this is the first one that we made. You've seen our video online. You can see that Miss Tedeschi painted this whole Pokemon theme on the box. So it's not only it's not only an instrument, it's a piece of art. And you can imagine we could put fancy guitar on here too if you wanted to, or this one has a different neck. This is very complicated and it's fat, but now we've streamlined our process. So you can see that. And you see the letters for the wood burning. This is what they look like in the package. Over here, sometimes we use bone. Okay, over here, after we fret,
Bone.
put the
Real
fret on.
bones? Is that real bones?
Are those
Real
endangered
bones.
What kind of
species?
bones is that?
I don't know. They're human, I think.
So, do you have any plans to make a vegan
Yes,
version?
yes, I do know what happens. As a matter of fact, the vegan versions, and you'll see those, use steel.
Okay,
So instead of bone, we get
just
rid
want
of
to
the
be
bone because I know
socially
people,
conscious.
right? For you socially conscious people, we do not use bone.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So you can see this is a bone nut. This is not, I mean, a bone knob, not a bridge. It's a bridge. But
That's
for,
lovely.
some people would not want these, so they would want.
It is
these.
attractive.
All right.
Well, it
so
is
then
recycling, so
Yes.
that's not a bad thing.
we put the tuners on, and over here is the stringing. We put the nuts. The bridges go in here. Here's another fancy guitar right here. You see it's been branded already. This one's actually, you can see it's a
I love
cigar
that
box.
one. That one is like
This one
my
has
favorite.
a pickup. We
It's
put
like the
electronics in it.
Yeah,
Electronics.
It does. It's got,
It does.
it's got a pickup in there. You can do whatever you want. You can put all kinds of things in there.
love that.
So that's where we get over here and we tune them. Every guitar is tuned before it leaves the factory.
Hand-tuned, right?
Right. And sometimes people say, you know, even when our guitars are tuned, if it's a fancy guitar, someone might say it's not, doesn't sound like it's tuned, but our fancy guitars just sound that way. I want them to know. It's not that it's out of tune. It's just that that's the guitar sounds that way.
Unique
It has its
tuning.
own unique sound.
Right.
And
So
I heard that they have their own song too, that a song comes out every time you played one.
It's true. They have their own songs, and you know we could have a recording of the song that came out of the guitar and the music that goes along with it as part of the guitar. So over here is now here we have some other models. We've been experimenting with different headstocks. This neck is different. It actually angles back. This is 3 strings now. Every song, before any guitar leaves the factory, it's gotta be played in tune, right? So this is made from the Michaels box, and you can see it sounds very banjo-y. Again, this is a non-politically correct box. It has a bone saddle. And over here,
Sounds like a sitar a little bit too.
Probably not politically correct.
yes, this one has actually got a dulcimer scale for people that really don't know how to play.
Oh, I love that.
So there, like I said in my video, there are no bad notes on this.
Oh, that's the guitar I would.
So in this guitar, we always play.
Song of Joy.
We play that on every guitar before it leaves the factory.
That explains a lot.
Yes. So that's why it's over here. This is
I
ready
think
to
that
go.
makes a difference.
So
That
you
might
can
be
see
the
that.
secret, though. You might not want to tell people
So
about
these,
that.
no, that's true. So
Other
these
guitar
are
companies
these
will
are
do it.
almost ready to ship. But I have to ask the audience: does anybody have a brother or a sister that makes fancy guitars in this crowd? Does
I do,
anybody?
I do.
You?
Yes.
Anyone else?
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
maybe.
You, just has to. No, it's only this. This is a special offer for people that have brothers that make fancy guitars.
Oh, wow.
These guitars are also very fancy. Let me tell you about these first, because they're all the same.
Oh,
My brothers and
Oh,
sisters.
brother.
If your initials are JT, you can have this one. These guitars feature
awesome.
the vegan bridge.
Oh, good.
Right.
Glad to hear that.
We hear you with fancy guitar companies. But also the special fancy guitars, the deluxe models, have a verse that is written for you that goes around the outside. That is handcrafted. This one here says, "Joe, my bro, he show can play, 'cause he strums the fancy way."
Wow.
Fantastic.
Thank you for being my brother.
This is fantastic.
This one says BM.
Wow,
Is there any BMs in this
that
room?
would be me.
Okay. Now this one's very similar. See, again, you can play Ode to Joy on it, on one string. This one says, "Bad news, Bethy, got no blues. Sista found her fancy shoes." So congratulations.
Oh, wow.
It's a lifetime of porch playing on these things.
awesome. We
And
can
then this
practice.
one says L-O. No, I think that's a C.
That would
Is there
be
an
me.
LC?
Me.
This one
LC.
says, okay, again, Okay, this one says, Lisa Jones, she doesn't moan. Sister found her fancy tone. Thank you. And that concludes our tour of the
Oh, that is so cool.
It's my
So wait a
very
minute, question
own.
and answer.
Oh, wait,
period.
questions? Do you have questions?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
yes.
start
Oh, that's
to
right.
finish, how many hours per
I don't really.
guitar? Do you ever-
Laura will probably tell you about 80. I don't know. It's not
Okay.
that many. No, it's not that many.
Not that long.
Well, it's probably 20, maybe. I don't know.
20
Well,
hours.
see, the thing I've been doing now is it's
Well, it
hard to
doesn't
tell.
matter
'Cause-
because they have the Chinese people.
Right, the Chinese
The
people
workers,
come in,
yeah.
but sometimes
right.
I'll make a bunch of necks and then I'll do a bunch of other things and I'll do like
that's
this
awesome.
while that's doing that. So I can't really even tell now, but I've
Cool.
done.
I'm so
They just
excited.
feel
I mean,
like
I've started
Well,
to
the
give you an
neck is so
idea.
narrow, like that's gonna be